To every story. My name is Casey. Tonight we're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and we are working our way through Vecna's Eve of Ruin. The party is currently standing outside the massive heart of the once god Havok, and that has absolutely made Telovere's video camera freak the F out. Uh,
Oh boy.
so we
All right, y'all may honestly be without a web camera for me tonight, and I'll
Yep.
try and fix it later. That
no
should not
problem.
be happening.
Hit it with a hammer when you get a chance. But the party has dealt with some of the massive creatures of the astral sea. They have dealt with some floating brains. They have dealt with the Hertoloid, which is a worm-like creature, skinless, that is able to wiggle its way through the flesh of the dead god. One or more of the crew have been picked off at this point, and it's now been prowling around. In order to stop it, and following the tug from their piece of the rod, they realize they must enter the heart of Havok. They've unlocked 2 wards that were securing the safe room where the piece of the rod had been stored. When they opened that door up, they were greeted by a foul air and a missing chunk of the ship. Based on the way that the rod seems to be telling you the piece is moving, you would guess the Hertoloid has it with it. The captain explained that the rod was used to open portals to assist in movement both around the ship and through the astral sea, and that may explain how the Hertoloid has been making it into and out of closed areas. You know that the dimensional travel, portals, etc., near Havok are a bit randomized, so it's likely that the beast is just using this convenience randomly than having a plan with it. But that did result in the first mate being swallowed, bamfing out, turning up near the others, getting rescued, so a lot of stuff has gone down. Where we leave it at the moment, the crew has sort of spread out as best they're able while dealing with the massive amount of activity now going on in the body of Havok, as all the astral sea creatures are come to feed upon the destroyed dreadnoughts, the anglerfish, and each other in kind of a feeding frenzy going on around you. But they're looking out for movement from the Hertoloid. You all have focused down that it's going to be within the heart at this point, and we're turning it over to the party to start talking about how they're going to deal with this information. From the bow of the ship, they can see where the piece has been torn off. There's a foul and wretched air coming up from it. Looking inside, they can see that the stony flesh of Havok here within the heart isn't quite so stony. There's still a little bit of flesh-like glistening to it, and ever so slowly you're just watching the walls shrink in as the god's heart still tries to beat. It's definitely not a da-dump. It's something that may be a week per beat, but you're just slowly watching those muscles shrink in, and maybe at some point it'll come back out again. What are we all doing? What's the plan? What can we do?
Would it be okay to kind of say we were talking about this plan before actually coming here in
Oh
case
yeah,
we need to
yeah.
grab anything
Yeah.
anywhere
You're
else?
looking in, getting a lay of the land, backing back out to close the door. We're not pot committed yet, but we're looking for what are the ideas with what you have at hand.
Well, what do we? First thing is, what do we know about it? We know that it can move through the muscles of Havok and attack from anything that is strictly Havok's body, but it can work around pretty much anything in its path. So it's not really restricted. It's just that's where it comes from. I think after it goes back in for a bit, it's like soft for a little bit after it retreats, but then quickly hardens up to defend itself, or goes back to being a wall essentially.
Correct. So what you've seen it do is the beast. Let's pull the beastie's picture up here real quick. So the beast looked something like that. Loktar got a real good look at it and the inside of its mouth. And you've seen that its body can stretch out and get long in a very worm-like fashion. So there it's depicted kind of bunched up and thick, but you've seen it kind of string itself out as well. Um, it seems to, as it puts its head or mouth up against the flesh, soften it, and then those spines sort of dig in, and as it turns its head one way, the spines move forward, it turns back, and it kind of moves through the body using those spines to kind of wiggle its way through the flesh. When it passes, so like the hole where Loktar almost got pulled in, the flesh remains for maybe 30 seconds to a minute as a fleshy thing, but it's closing up as if the god's skin was trying to heal, and then it fades back to kind of a gray surface. You also noticed, I think Montgomery threw a fireball that managed to scorch the flesh a little bit. Someone had gotten a normal attack on it, which just kind of sliced it and then healed up a little bit. I think some acid had splashed up against it to make it sizzle, and that was the extent of what I remember so far.
I guess before we leave, we would have left the Duren. I forget the middle part of the ship where Trent Redbug was, and along with Figaro and the Blink Dog.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I assume that none of them. I would have asked them if any of them had seen this thing before, but no one seemed really to be aware of this specific creature. So
No. So the crew is said we haven't seen this thing before. It may have been disturbed by the commotion of the dreadnought. Um, some of the crew had gone missing. We've lost quite a few, but we never saw sign of this beast before. Figaro, who was swallowed by it, assures you that it is an unpleasant beastie, but he was able to misty step away using a portal and ending up he knew not where, but better than being inside the beast.
And from our understanding of this creature, it's not so much a parasite, but more manifestation of the dead god's will. I mean, they
Yes.
said it would
So you spoke to some of the folks, and what they recall is within the astral sea, within the dying gods and other creatures that are able to create their own realities, their corpses often give rise to strange beings. Some of the good dead gods gave rise to almost dragon-like creatures that are used as similar to Pegasi, except more serpentine. Others have spawned weird aberrations, and it's that last divine spark that seems to be consumed by these creatures before they move on. So this is, you could call it a parasite, but since Havok is mostly dead, this is more of a scavenger, maggot consuming the last of its body.
we also know normally things don't digest creatures in the astral sea, so it must have a special way that it eats or consumes others.
Ooh, very good point. How about a quick astral? Sorry, not astral. Arcana. Yeah, give me a quick astral.
Loktar attempt having seen down its neck.
Sure.
Yeah, please don't let me be the only one to try this.
Well, since I would down the dreadnought's throat, do I get a?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would this be something about
You
the
throw in there.
Yeah, I think this is more Fortune just trying to
Yeah, as everybody kind of
information as the group.
spitballs on this one. I think what's happening here is a lot of you are trying to think about what's special about this creature, and Montgomery, you probably are the one that has more of the insight. No, this is special about that last little glimmer of Havok's godly power. So a divine being can create its own reality bubble. That's what their domains are. A dead god doesn't have that power, so their reality bubble collapses. and you end up with the dead gods floating as they are. There must be just enough left, deep in the heart to allow some time and some growth, and that's what this creature is consuming.
I have a question.
Mhm.
You said that his body is becoming rock as well.
Havok's body is mostly rock-like at this point, so if you were to go out and hit it, it feels like stone. But in here, it seems more fleshy. So it's almost calcified, stone-like, coral-like out where you've been traveling. In here within the heart, it's a little bit fleshy, and you can still kind of see it contracting a little bit. And where the creature passes, it turns a bit fleshy.
So, two ideas come to mind that we need to deal with. One, its ability to retreat back inside of the muscle. If there's any way, we kind of saw the spines doing that bit of work, so maybe there's some way we can restrict those and keep it trapped partially out at least. And the other is just defending against it from attacking us from any location. Like, do we have a way to kind of maybe put us in the air a little bit or something? Well, I guess we can float because we're in the astral sea. So we don't have to walk on the ground that he can strike from at any time.
How big is this creature?
So the hertoloid itself is a huge creature.
We saw it like come its head out of one side of the ship and go all the way to the opposite side, which was probably about 10 to 15 feet, as it tried to grab somebody before as well. Very quickly, too.
Mm-hmm. You have noticed it moves quite fast.
If we wish to achieve divinity, should we consume the heart of the god itself or this creature, or both?
I think this god is one that will leave a bit of a sour taste than any of our, even yours, Loktar.
Tasted worse, I'm sure. And with less benefit.
However, I am fully in support of you eating the heart. I would love to record it for posterity's sake, of course.
Yes.
Record.
I'm not going to eat it myself. What do you think I'm not brave enough to consume
Like
the
he's
heart.
gonna make a record of it.
Loktar,
Although-
I may have an
Uh,
idea of
Yes.
you having
may
a
be.
parting gift of this god, but we gotta kill that first, and then I
Yes.
can try it.
Once we kill it, you can eat as much as you want
Mm.
to your heart's content.
Challenge accepted, Duren.
Cool. I'd like to cast light on myself.
One other thing we had to take care of before going into the heart, disabling the wards. So we would have returned to the back of the ship where we could tell them that Telovere had met the captain, I believe, from the previous that they've been wondering about.
Mhm.
I don't know if that earns any favors or any knowledge from them, but
So they are all on board with you on the let's get out of here. You're getting a little bit of resistance to let's do something before we go, but you've still earned enough favor that they're kind of on board with it. And Ilrin the Gith is sort of, we're certainly looking forward to being away from here. But you insist on getting that little bit of rod, you say.
It's a necessity that we need, yes.
But Figaro seems well, and you give assurances that yes, he's now got a support dog, and the captain. You've met the captain. That's good. So it seems like now would be the time to go to the portal, but not yet. You
we
say.
need to retrieve this. I would say get ready. We are in the astral sea, so there may be attackers on the way. While we'll do our best to defend you it would make sense if you have any armaments that you can kind of get ready for that small journey, just in case. And there's no cannons or anything on this ship, right? That are still functional?
None that are still functional. You can see that there are cannons, but as the center of the ship basically broke apart, they're laying here and there on Havok's body where all those astral sea monsters are swimming around. And the GIF will inform you. Well, cannons, yes. The unfortunate part about that is they really do rely on the ship's magic being intact, and you see the spelljamming chair is over there. The cannon is quite a bit over there, and he's a hippo, so he doesn't really have fingers.
When looking at the heart from the outside, does it kind of look like it's that same solid, stone-like material, or does it also look a little bit fleshier on the outside?
Give me a perception check. Ooh, that's a good perception check. So you can see that it is stony and, kind of get that coral-like effect on the outside. But as you watch it, you can see that it's slowly like crinkling and crumpling. So it seems like the muscle inside that you saw when you peeked in is pulling against it, but it's ossifying, I guess is the word, on the outside as the muscles are trying to pull it in for the contraction. You would guess sometime later it'll start stretching out again, so you'd see it, tectonic plates as little bits of muscle try and push it out again. But further away from the center of the heart seems to be stonier, and even just the thickness of the heart's wall seems to be enough that it's almost dead.
I was wondering if we had a way to blow a hole in it from the outside or inside if necessary, but it seems like we don't have that kind of firepower unless any of you have something.
I can shape stone if necessary.
You want a hole in the heart?
Just as a possible option, like if we need to get the rod and get out of there quickly, blowing a hole in the muscle and leaving would probably be a good way out.
I
would like to go ahead and put this forward. Putting a hole through the heart is what led to this entire Hertaloid nonsense in the first place. I don't necessarily think that putting another hole in the heart would be of any added benefit.
Well, I prefer it to running down possibly a tunnel or ventricle of the heart, trying to escape something that can move through the parts of the heart when we could make a big old hole and try and fly away.
we could make a hole.
Just as a backup plan in case we need an escape. Fortune seems to always be thinking about how to escape.
It might be a little tight, depending on the size of our compatriots here.
Duren might have a little issue if I use a stone shape. He'll be squeezing through.
Well, someone bring grease. Someone bring grease, and that'll take care of that.
Well, I can make something 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, and 20 feet long.
That's better than I can do.
Okay.
So,
Mr. DM, can I? Because I forgot to mention this last time. Can I use the arcane recovery feat while on short rest to recover a spell slot?
Yes. Right. Yep. Yeah.
And I have I have the psionic power. I can recover it once per short rest. I did it one beforehand and one after, so I don't have that available anymore.
Gotcha. And as we're doing catch up, could I have somebody roll me a d20, please?
Oh no.
I mean, this seems like you've been conversing for a while now.
Yep.
I gotcha. Oh shit.
An 8.
I feel like we've rolled a lot of 8s.
No, you haven't rolled an 8 before.
Oh no, we haven't rolled an 8 before.
You haven't rolled an 8 before. So let me ask a leading question here. Telovere.
Mm-hmm.
How on guard are you feeling right now?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Definitely told you what this thing does.
I'd probably say like a 7 or an 8.
Okay, a 7 or an 8. Sounds good.
I feel like
but it's also
he's wary
Telovere.
enough to be like away from the walls, but not like huddling in a corner trying to watch every single surface at once.
Sounds good. So I've got good news. There was one player reroll that we carried over, and the Sundance Kid has just redeemed you another. So we've got 2 player rerolls. As Telovere, I don't know, maybe you're a little too far ahead, a little too far behind. You're just a little bit far enough away that we're going to need everybody to go ahead and click on their tokens and roll them into turn order. You're not where you are right now. You're not all crammed in the boat. You're somewhere else. But the Hertaloid has decided to take a chance here.
Always with the
Oh,
low initiative.
and proficiency bonus. Thank you very much for the player reroll.
Oh, thank you.
They are up against quite a beastie at the moment. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves into descending order. And let's go ahead and find out who knows what's going on. Passive perceptions of 26 or higher, anyone?
Pass.
Probably
Actually-
not. Okay.
Investigation, yes. Perception, no.
Geez, your investigation is 26 passive.
27.
All right.
Another 20 passive perception.
Let's see here. Loktar, you cannot be surprised, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I also cannot be surprised
Telovere cannot be surprised. That's good.
because I have the alert feat.
All right. So, you don't get a chance to do anything because you can't see what's about to happen, but you do have your reactions available to you because you are not surprised. And all of a sudden, the Hertaloid appears. As it does so, it lashes out towards Telovere, trying to pull him down. Telovere, it's coming in with a bite attack. You
boy.
cannot be surprised, so this is not at advantage.
Won't do me any good anyway.
A 14.
That does indeed hit.
That. Oh no.
You guys forget I am a wizard. I have an AC of approximately 2.
You have your
So
reaction.
Yeah, you have shield if you need to use it.
I don't have shield.
So,
there are decisions that have been made, and
Rolled a
so
2 to hit you.
11 points of piercing, 16 points of poison, and then I need a DC 20 strength saving throw from you. And I'm going to slide off screen for a second.
can
You're
you
good at
get a
those.
20?
We're gonna go ahead and say I just fail that because like unless I roll a nat 20, boys, it ain't happening.
You
Well,
should
give
at least
that
roll
a
it. You would
roll.
like to
There
roll.
we go.
Give it
All
a
right,
try.
strength save, right?
Strength saving throw.
Yeah, nat
Alright.
20 on initiative.
Oh boy. Damn.
Just not that time. Do you want to spend any of your PC rerolls on it?
Yeah, I'll spend 1.
Okay. Come on.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Hey,
There you go.
look at that!
Thank goodness you have a +1. I thought you had like a minus.
You boys better be really thankful because it rolled onto that. It was on a critical fail.
So, the beastie comes out of the wall. It gets its teeth in you. It tilts you back upwards. It's gurk trying to pull you down. You manage to kick your just weedy little self out of it, and it's looking at you. And then the claw comes. For the claw,
Oh my
Shocking.
gosh.
29 for 8 more points of slashing. And then it just sits there looking at you for a second. Montgomery, it is your turn. It's just like right over there.
Man. Man, oh man, we are like, let's see. None of those left. 2 of these. Let's see.
I kind of picture Telovere like grabbing onto the limbs of one of the Minotaur skeletons.
I think I'm gonna cast Synaptic Static on it.
Oh,
Ooh, what's that?
I choose a point within range and cause a psychic energy to explode there. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So I'm gonna, do it behind him, so
Mhm.
just him, just the creature is caught in it.
got it.
Well, here's the tricky part. The creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower cannot be affected by it. So that's the first question.
I
So,
think it's a little smarter than
Good
that.
news, it's a
I
little
hope so.
smarter than that.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's
And
the perfect
he will-
number.
Yep, and he will take 8d6 on a failed save or half on a successful one.
And it's an
And if it-
intelligence saving throw?
It is an intelligence DC 16. So let me hit the
Ooh.
cast button there. There you go.
Oh, hell yeah. It's got to get a nat 20, doesn't it?
I could do
Or
it if I
19
crit
maybe?
it.
Oh, that's the wrong. What happened here?
What happened?
Wait a second.
I
That would be an
cast
interesting one to-
pass
Yeah, you got
Try
That's
on
not,
him.
We're going through it, boys.
That's the other spell we were.
So,
wait a second.
yep,
Where
take your
is it?
time.
There it is. I hit the wrong button. There it goes.
There we go. All right. So the good news is you're going to learn something about the beastie. The beastie
And there's
does
a
have
description
magic
of it.
resistance, so it gets advantage at least on this needing a nat 20. It does not come up with a nat 20.
Nice.
So,
31 psychic.
31. And then he also has another effect because he failed his save. A failed save, he's muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, he rolls a d6 and subtracts that number from all its attack rolls, ability checks,
got
as
it.
well as its constant saving throw to
Nice.
maintain any concentration, which I doubt he's doing.
He's not maintaining any concentration right now, but the 31 hit points kind of sucks. And currently muddled. Anything else, Montgomery?
No, that's all I can do.
All right. At the end of your turn, he uses a legendary action,
Of course he does.
and he moves. His movement does
Where?
not invoke attacks of opportunity
Man, what the?
as he oozes back into the
Slithers
wall,
away.
slithering
knew it.
away.
It would be funny if we just killed it in like one round here as it
I-
popped out.
Wouldn't put it past you all. You got stuff. But the attack came out. He didn't quite get the bite. You got one static, and he skittered away.
He ran away before I could chop his ass up.
Turn order
Turns.
drops.
I have a very large lightning bolt with his name on it.
So we are out of turn order. Eerie
Well,
quiet.
That's all my ideas.
I mean,
Shall
I guess
go
we.
hunt this thing.
I
Can we
think
go
so.
kill this thing already? I feel like
Yeah,
I'm just
you-
dripping in like Hertaloid spit, just like.
Can I get my light on me so I can see?
Oh. When you said that, you meant you actually can't see. I'm sorry.
Like it doesn't appear like I have. I can literally just see what's 5 feet around me.
Your light spell's 60 feet of light.
It's 20 feet
20
plus
and
another
20?
20 dim.
All right, we'll just do. Bonk. Can you see now?
Oh shit! I see everything, baby.
Boo-yoo.
I don't see everything. I don't
Fair
see
enough.
everything.
Sorry about that. And we'll throw down another torch just in case we need another torch. Random torch. All right. Stop throwing down torches. That's enough torches.
It's the drift. Is it our drift globe friend?
Oh, we do have a drift globe friend, don't we?
Yeah, that would be what I'm holding.
You got it.
Okay, cool. I say let's go forward.
And there's no way to like follow it, right? Like it's sealed back up and it's turning back into.
Correct. It is sealed back up. It is turning back in. You could maybe dive in after it. I mean,
Oh, it leaves a hole there?
it's closing. I mean, there's a whole closing.
All in favor of not doing that, raise your hands.
Raise my hand very close to the hole.
Look at me, guys. Oh.
Just kidding. Oh god, it's got me. Just kidding. Let's go kill this thing.
Alrighty, yeah. Let's keep on going.
I am curious if we could pass wall, like, to chase after it if we needed to at some point, but that might be impossible.
What else is in here?
So as you
Regardless-
step
I can
in,
only do that once now.
beyond the shattered safe room is an oval chamber with walls of purple flesh dimly lit by pinkish bioluminescent orbs. The air reeks of death. An opening in the, let's call it, southeastern wall leads to another chamber. Duren, Loktar, do either of you breathe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
we
occasion.
If you breathe, you are now poisoned.
No.
This doesn't count as disease, right? It's poison.
This is the poisoned condition.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
I'm not immune then. It just says I'm immune to disease. So.
Yep. And you're like, you can feel it. It's in your lungs. It's all squidgy.
Yeah. Poison.
Telovere and company is coming in, but he's staying behind his minotaurs.
Are we connected psychically? The group? I mean?
Yes.
The air here tastes foul. It makes my stomach turn.
Telovere is going to take a big old sniff and go, "Smells fine to me."
Do you suffer from breathing and or poisoned condition?
You know, normally I would, but I have the necklace of adaptation, meaning I can breathe normally in any environment.
You're fine.
Would anyone have opted to not be part of the Psychic Whispers? Actually, I rolled for 10 hours last time, which
yeah,
left out
me.
No,
Well,
I involved you in the next
You
one.
and I think you
Montgomery.
left me out last time.
I think it was Montgomery who I left out. So everyone but Montgomery, we have it connected.
I don't know if I want to walk into this poison gas you guys are walking into.
Oh, come on, it's fine. It's no big deal. It's just a little bit of poison.
Hey, does anybody know like gust or anything? You can blow it away. I'm sure everyone here took that really important cantrip gust.
Well, I didn't.
I actually do have gust.
Nice.
Is it a cantrip or first level?
It's
No, it's a cantrip. It's a cantrip.
I think there is a wind first level too.
Yeah, but I don't know if it'll.
Well, it'll
I
blow
guess
air away.
I'll try it. You know what the heck?
Sure.
Before I walk in there, we'll see if it works.
Sure. Give me a quick.
Creates a small.
Good.
An Arcana check.
Yep, an Arcana check, please. You want to see a 10 or better. 27 is well better than 10.
Oh, it already rolled once. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you are able to kind of carry a pocket of air with you by gusting it in. But when you stop, you're only going to have maybe 1 or 2 rounds before it closes back in on you. So you're able to kind of keep a breath of fresh air coming in, but you can see that you're just, leaf blowering dust away from you. It's going to settle in as soon as you stop.
All right. So I guess I have to
Keep on running, baby.
keep moving and keep gusting, huh?
Keep moving, keep gusting.
All right. I'll try it.
All right. Is you kind of keeping that step going?
I don't think this will mechanically do anything, but Loktar has resistance cantrip, so I guess I just cast that to
Sure.
hardy himself against it.
Against the gust?
Against the poison.
All right.
It seems logical, you know what I mean? Even though I know out of the game it works.
I'm going in. I'm going in.
I see a door on our right.
I squeezed. I know. I see the door too. A door is Where are we inside? We're inside him.
You're inside the heart, and this room
Okay,
is
then
called the
inside.
ventricle chamber. So, congratulations, you're in a ventricle. The walls and floor of the massive chamber ahead of you alternate between gray, petrified stone and flexing muscle and flesh. Everybody hold still, please. Clinging to the ceiling, a serpentine monstrosity, like a skinless snake. It looks down at you as you look back up at it. You can see it down
I
there.
see it.
You see it. Can I get a initiative from everybody in just a moment? Go ahead and give me an initiative.
I wanted to ask a quick question
Yep.
just about like holding breath or covering the mouth.
Sure.
If that does anything for the poison as I'm walking, because I didn't.
Yeah, so as you got that warning, you say, boy, I'd like to hold my breath. You may hold your breath for up to 1 minute per constitution bonus point you have. So what is your constitution bonus?
+1.
Plus 1. So you've got 1 minute, which is 10 rounds.
Not bad.
Once you're poisoned, it's too late, though, right?
Yeah.
Once you're poisoned, it's too late.
I would have liked to have moved behind everyone a bit before that, just so I'm not super far back.
Sure.
I just wanted to ask that before I did that.
Not a problem. So, Duren, you can see it ahead, but Telovere, Las-Dal, you are the first to react to notice of it. Telovere, what are you doing?
Telovere is going to move up one. Right there. I still can't see anything. So he is going to do what he does best and sit back and wait for something to pop up to hit. So
Okay.
it's going to be his full turn.
Is that a hold action or is that a dodge or what is the thing you're doing?
He is going to be dodging.
Okay.
And my Minotaurs are going to be doing this.
Okay.
Sorry to bother again, but I hadn't rolled my initiative yet. I also got a 24.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I didn't catch that everybody hadn't got in there. So Telovere, Las-Dal. Wow, you guys are all freaking high.
Or no, 23.
Las-Dal,
you got it.
also up there. What are you doing?
I was gonna let Fortune go before me if Fortune got a 24.
Wait, hang on.
Wait, what?
Because I
did you all get 24s?
I rolled a
Apparently.
19
Kind of
5,
crazy party.
I got a 4.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being a normal player. All right. Telovere has gone up. Fortune is going to go next, is what I heard. Fortune, what are we up to?
Fortune, I assume presumably hearing from everyone that this thing is out here, will go ahead. I don't know how hiding is going to work against this thing, but I'm going to try it and just figure that out first. So I will kind of like stay back here and hide along the wall. And like as a bonus action, so I guess prepare an attack if it does pop out within range to throw my dagger. So
sounds good.
It attacks one of us.
As you attempt to hide,
it can see through walls?
You think you are hidden, but I will tell you, you don't need to roll with advantage.
Perfect.
Oof.
Or did you want me to roll something?
Nope. You can roll, but it's not gonna work.
Yep.
Fortune.
You're welcome
anything
to roll.
else?
It will do no good.
It will do no good. It knows you're there somehow.
Yep.
Las-Dal.
That's all right.
What do we got?
All right, let's see. Sorry. Let's see.
How dare you have autonomic functioning?
Not that thing that you said.
I don't know.
Autonomic functions.
How dare I cough and try to breathe? See. Yeah, let's kick this off. Let's have. How tall is this area?
So it's about a 30-foot high chamber. The beastie is filling up about 15 feet of that, so it's only 15 feet from it to the ground, because it's a big beastie hanging on the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start playing the lair, and a wall of fire will start wrapping around from here, and that's gonna work its way down along the big beastie.
Okay. Are you making? I think you
expect-
can make a circle out of it. Are you making a circle within inside, or are you making a wall straight
I'm
line?
making a straight wall up to 60 feet long
Okay.
and 20 feet high.
Sounds good.
So I'm trying to. Actually, no. I'm gonna put it from behind him. I want to wrangle him. So I'm gonna put it back here,
Okay.
and I want to put it. 25. Yeah, I forgot we got an arrow around here somewhere.
There's something like that.
Little something, something.
I'm gonna do something like. Oh Jesus, what the hell?
Sorry, that was me moving the map around.
I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just trying to. No, that's no color there.
Got it. Got it.
Oh, did you see?
I see what you're going for. Yep.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep him from running away from us, and the line going across that.
Sounds good. Go ahead and give me a wall of fire, which is a Dexy check from him, correct?
Dex save of 17.
Dex save of 17. It does have advantage.
I was gonna say he's probably really good at those. Yeah.
Probably.
26. Wall of fire goes.
Yeah, he only gets a +10.
Only a plus 10.
Not great damage either.
Half of 17 goes 8. It's still 8. Las-Dal. Anything else?
Yeah, Loktar, I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration. If you beat this thing, I'll see about getting you a better club, sir.
Oh.
And I'm putting myself like in the open. I don't want this thing like trying to come through a wall and eat me.
Speaking of, at the end of your turn, it uses one of its legendary actions. You can see it heading over in that direction. This area of the heart, right about here, this wall, is now bulging a bit. Duren, you saw the little tail. Las-Dal probably saw the little tail disappearing over in that direction. It seems like it's in the wall here somewhere.
Okay, can I? Oh, it's not.
Oh, sorry. Yep, sorry. Loktar.
Huh. So the wall is bulging, but it doesn't seem like it's actually the creature. It's kind of like how
So
when we hit
it's
the wall-
basically it's behind the flesh of the wall. It's in the wall, stretching it out because now its bulk is in there.
Rugga, be my strength. I'm gonna grow big and start hitting the wall really hard.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna do anything. But let's see.
No problem. You grow big. Boom, boom.
Yeah. And I'm poisoned, so if I wanted to roll straight, I'd have to reckless to roll straight. That sucks.
That would be a true statement.
All right. I'm testing the wall, so I'm just gonna roll with disadvantage at this point. I think,
Okay.
because it might not work anyway.
What part of the wall are you aiming to hit? Give me like a 5-foot chunk that you're saying I'm swinging right around here.
Oh, really? Is there any way to determine? Basically, you said we saw the tail over here.
You can
right?
just see that this area is now bulging more than it was, but you don't have any real insight other than this is different now.
Oh, okay. I guess right here.
Okay, right on the edge.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how to roll with disadvantage.
Just roll and we take the lower number.
Okay. There we go. Oh, they're both terrible. Man, holy smokes.
Is that a nat 1?
Yeah.
That's a nat 1.
So you just
A 1 and a 2.
swing, and what type of damage you're doing? Acid damage at this point?
I was gonna switch it to fire. I didn't say it out loud though, so it could be acid if you want.
Okay,
but-
so you hit this fleshy bit, and as you swing into it, you can see that the acid sizzles a bit, and there's just a couple of drops of blood that spray out from the heart. As those drops of blood hit you, you take
Okay.
6 points of force damage.
Oh, that's not good.
and it's kind of a silvery,
That's how fast
tacky,
they came out.
tarry done. Maybe.
They're
Though
like little blood bullets.
you also remember a lot of the things in the Astral Sea have been doing force damage. Loktar, good news.
What's that?
Click a button here. Did we kick the button? Get the button. Get the button. Get that button.
The good news is you didn't reckless.
Why aren't you
So it
doing the
doesn't
thing?
get
There we
into
go.
anxiety.
What happened?
You did manage to open up a tunnel.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
And in that tunnel is a beastie.
Oh
What's in the tunnel?
A beastie.
What do you think's in the tunnel?
A
Friend.
big
Can I move
Hurtloid.
down and swing out again?
You could?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea, yeah.
Yep.
Or maybe it's
Sounds
a terrible idea, possibly.
Sounds like a good low
I guess I should use reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll reach from there.
Someone else would like to hit it too.
Still at disadvantage. So.
Still at disadvantage.
I mean, you can't do worse than
Terrible.
what you did.
1,
That's
2, and
not
3.
fair.
12 will not hit it.
Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah,
Wanna do
Bardic,
that?
it's a D10.
All right. And that's not disadvantage, right?
That would not be disadvantage.
Disadvantage on your bardic. You're not
Uh,
that inspired.
A 21 will hit.
Yee!
For 17 points of, I think we said, acid damage at this point.
Yay.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, and it's my first turn attacking, so I get a third attack.
Sure
Maybe I
do.
should have reckless. Oh well. Turn.
Too late now.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
Oh, that would have been a crit.
I mean, you could
Oh.
use a 20/20 right now.
There we go.
And so a 20 will hit for additional 14 points of damage.
Very nice.
Stop playing with that thing. Hurry up.
Loktar, anything else?
Creature, I will feast upon you and consume your energy. I don't know how to say that.
Oh, you're trying to intimidate
It turns around and looks at you, and it's got that same vibe coming out of its eyes as it looks at you. Very, very similar sort of look as it now tries to attack. It's going to move a little bit closer to you.
Got hungry eyes.
As it opens up first with a set of claws.
Uh-oh.
27 for 17 points of slashing. I think you are raging, so half that.
Nice.
And then the bite. A 30 for 13 points of piercing, and then 17 points of poison, and then I need a strength saving throw.
Just doing the hit points real fast.
Yep.
Forget. They're going fast. And you say a constitution?
And a strength saving throw.
Oh, strength.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's trying to swallow me.
He's trying to swallow you.
That's advantaged, right? Because
You are
raging.
Yeah, because you're raging.
yes.
Does poison affect that? Okay.
And you get a +3 on it because I'm here.
Oh,
Aw,
awesome.
friends. Oh, there you go. So that will then bring us to Montgomery's turn. Montgomery, the beastie is behind the wall from you, so you can't see it through the wall where you're at. But if you moved around to where Loktar is, you'd be able to see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I guess I'm not gonna keep up the gusting, so I'm gonna hold my breath.
Okay. 1 or more minutes to go.
Yeah, I get 2 minutes.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. I can see him there, right?
You can see him there.
Let's what shall we do? I want to save that. I don't have that, so I guess 3rd level.
Ooh.
So my modifier 4. So 1, 2. I guess there's 4 of us here, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess I'm gonna cast fireball in the tunnel behind it, and I'll include the 4 of us, so
You
we
got
make
it.
our save, so we don't take any damage.
Sounds good. That's a
And it should be
Dexies
far enough
check.
away that it doesn't reach the other people. So
It's gonna have a
Ooh.
25. It's gonna have a 25. It has advantage on saves,
Dang it.
so it'll take the half.
You know what? I'm gonna use. Can I use a case?
The cutting words.
Silvery barbs. Cutting words, I don't think do it right. Is that a D10?
Yeah, ability check. An attack roll or an ability check or damage roll.
This would be a
Saving
saving
throw.
throw.
Save.
Saving
All right,
throw.
okay. Then I'm gonna use silvery barbs.
Okay. You're gonna make me roll it again. So we're only gonna take the left-hand one of this, and the left-hand one is an 18.
still made it.
Still
I
made
tried.
it.
Good try. Good
Uh,
try.
I'm gonna
plus 10.
give. I'm gonna give Duren the reroll. So Duren, you got a chance of a reroll.
Is it a reroll or
I think it's
advantage?
advantage.
It's an advantage, yeah.
Okay, good. So
It's a
that means
D20.
that when I make my attack, it will only be it'll be regular.
You got it. And so, Montgomery, anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
All right,
If
you all
you
get to
put
watch it
this thing
run
into the
away.
wall,
As it hits this, you can see that the tunnel sort of turns upward, but it just dives its nose down and starts scurrying down and through and passes out of your sight. The hole behind it
it went through the
closing up
freaking
once more.
wall.
Went through the wall.
My bitch.
All I want to do is hit this thing.
And for some reason, all it wants to do is eat y'all.
It doesn't want to eat me.
Duren, what do we got?
I've seen you. You're fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
The worst that can happen.
6. Okay.
Oh,
you can
just see it. It is clinging to the ceiling, where it is.
Hey, have I walked into a fire?
You're
No, the
about
fire's
to.
on
You're
the
getting
outside.
close. So the fire's kind of going like right around here.
Did I just walk into the wall?
Not quite that bad, but it is there.
Yeah, the fire's like starting down here, and it's just working its way across here.
Yeah, where's my drawing? There we go.
If I remember correctly.
Okay, so
Yeah, so we kind of gotta
do I have any range
kind of like.
spells?
Now, wall of fire is opaque, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And how far did you go wall to wall with it?
I was trying to cut it off, so yeah, I would have went wall
Okay.
to wall with it.
Yeah,
So I
so
can't see through it.
can't see through it.
Okay, well then
If-
I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step to here.
I was gonna say, can I drop
Oh yeah, you
Can I
could drop it
drop
if you want to.
concentration? I'm gonna drop concentration
Okay.
since he went a funky route.
Sounds good. So you can save your Misty
Oh.
Step, and now you can see it.
I think that's where I was at.
Yep.
That seems about right. Okay, so then I'm going to actually 1 second. Am I able to cast Compelled Duel on this?
Ooh.
I don't know the details of that spell well enough to answer. Hit
It's
the
okay.
hit the casting button, and we'll find out.
Watch this.
Oh, that
Hey,
doesn't tell me nothing.
I meant to put the. I meant to Like the one.
It is a creature that counts.
It's
Wisdom
a
saving
wisdom
throw.
saving throw.
For the duration, disadvantage. Boy, that seems like it should work. Let's do a wisdom saving throw. An 18. And I think you're at a
My
15,
spell
so it
save
passes.
is
That was a great idea, though.
That was a
I
good try.
don't feel bad about that not working because that was a great idea.
well.
That is
So
a-
that was my bonus. That's a bonus action.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was only a bonus action.
So I'm going to firebolt his ass then.
When in doubt, press your reliable firebolt.
Good old firebolt.
Okay, I keep getting click and drag to roll the dice. Okay.
Critical fail.
But
Don't you have-
Can I get a
advantage.
reroll? Can I get a
You have
reroll?
your advantage.
I know, but I already have disadvantage, don't I? Because
Yeah,
of poison.
the
right,
poison,
that's
so it
right.
cancels out. So
So-
that was a fail.
So
There is a
can I do
reroll. Yeah, there's a
and
reroll.
do I just reroll?
Just one die.
One?
One die.
Okay.
Player reroll deployed.
Okay.
18 hits.
And then do we just want to keep that 23 damage?
Sure. Wow.
Okay.
That's nice.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
right.
on the 3d10 train.
Higher level fireballs.
That's
All
a
right.
cantrip, baby.
That is a hell of a cantrip. And anything else?
Making my fireballs look weak.
A little bit.
Get them spell slots out of here. I do shit for free.
Telovere. You're awful far away. What's going on over there?
I'm awful far away. There ain't a lot I can do from where I
I
am.
can't
and
even see anyone
I'm
else.
too
except for
squishy to be there.
Las-Dal right now.
You know what? We're just gonna dodge again because I don't want to get in the middle of that cluster.
All right.
Getting half-eaten once keeps you away.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we're
it's
on.
just-
Sorry.
No,
Good.
You're good. I'm done.
So
All
I
right.
have a couple questions here.
Mhm.
If I could do this before, essentially, you would give a command to your minotaurs. One is, how big are their rib cages? Are they big enough? So my idea is, Fortune wants to, since he can't see this thing, prepare a reaction. If it jumps and tries to get him, throw a psychic dagger and teleport essentially into the minotaur and have the minotaur try to grab the thing when it comes out in the same moment. So essentially
thought
try
you were
to
gonna-
wait it out. And
I
then
thought you were gonna say I want to control it like a mech.
I want to ride the Minotaur.
So I will say there's enough room in the rib cage for you to sort of be in there. Like sort of? Like
It's
like
more
you kind of
flavor
like
than
yeah, like you're like
mechanical.
you're like
He's a
hanging
cat.
on in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a cat. As long as his head fits in, his whole
Yeah.
body can fit through.
You
Yeah,
fits
I
you
think the
fits you
idea-
sits. Yeah.
Okay, because I think the idea is more that like I
Yeah.
probably can't just ignore the attack, but I could avoid being grappled at all because I'd already be throwing a dagger to teleport away.
Sure.
At the same moment, the Minotaur would try and grab its head and reduce its speed to 0, so it can't keep fleeing back into the body.
Gotcha. I see what we're doing. So you've got that prepared. Las-Dal.
Let's try that.
All right. Hearing Duren have something going on down below, I'm gonna move on down.
And I think
I'm
you can see just a
gonna-
bit of it peeking down at you from the ceiling.
I'm gonna viciously mock it.
Oh.
You're so ugly you could hide in a dead god. Even he doesn't want you here.
Rough. Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
He does get advantage.
You know what?
20.
Your mother was a worm and your father was a maggot.
You
My
couldn't
dad
even eat
was a
fortune.
god. Las-Dal, anything else?
Does Duren, please beat this thing away from me as I give you as I give you bardic
Ah,
inspiration.
make fun of me.
Loktar,
This away.
what are you
head
up to
down,
over
try to
there?
join them.
Sure.
What's the moving like through here? Is it cool to squeeze or?
You're just going to be squeezing as you go through the spot that's, well, you don't care. You've got weird bugbear squeezing, so squeeze away.
All right.
You've got flexible ribs.
You're more cartilaginous than the cat.
Dang, that's perfect. I can get just close enough to reach with the long arms there.
Oh, this crazy long arms on you.
Whack'ems. Disadvantaged, right?
You gonna wreck
wanna
this?
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should. That Fortune had a good idea. Maybe you should grapple this thing. Keep it from running away.
I'm gonna probably try to compel duel it again. So.
Oh yeah.
So as a
okay.
quick heads up, as you think about grappling it, the room
I do
beyond, you can feel that the air is getting more humid. The poison is choking here. Pooled on the floor beyond you is a black sludge that shimmers like an oil slick. Some of those flecks of blood that had landed on you earlier have a similar shimmer to them.
Does it look flammable? You said like oil, so I'm thinking like
It could be. It doesn't look like oil, but it looks oil-like.
I'm
So-
gonna make some kind of check to find out.
I would say maybe an Arcana.
Oh shit. Okay.
You want to throw an Arcana on that one?
And is this one that I still get disadvantage on?
No, you just be able to roll that one straight out. But Loktar, I just want to give you that heads up.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, you're just not doing it for that, are you?
You are like, that is 100% salad oil. We should just sprinkle that on top of it's balsamic dressing, buddy. It's all balsamic.
Yeah. So here's sorry, real quick. From what we've seen, the fire does as well as the acid, or about the same.
They seem to have done the same.
Okay. That's the
I mean, but do you want to be like swinging a club with fire coming off of it, or do you want to be swinging a club with acid off of it?
yeah, fire seems cooler, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go fire, and I'll start clubbing away.
Okay. Wait, reckless or not?
Reckless. Which
So
would be
reckless will be a
rolls,
normal.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. There's one. Oh, pretty good though.
25's a solid hit for 14 points of damage there.
Whoosh.
Now fiery. 21's good for another 20 points of damage. Good hit, good hit.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to bring up the Hurtlod. Hurtlod's going to come in and kind of peek down at you. As it does so, it reaches down first with its claws to see if you're now ready to be food. Claw attack with advantage. 22 for 20 slashing. Bite attack with advantage. 27 for another 11 more piercing and 15 poison, and then I need another strength saving throw from you.
How much poison?
15 poison.
15.
God.
Man, I wish those hits were lower. I could at least attempt to reduce the roll.
And
Actually, I can reduce damage.
Is that a proto?
Yeah, it says damage as well.
Mhm.
I'm
You can do
gonna I'm gonna use a bardic to lower some of that damage.
Okay. I'm going to assume you do the poison side so it gets full effect.
Yes.
I mean-
yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna drop some of that poison.
thank you.
Take 5 off of that.
Take 5 off of that. Montgomery, it's going to come round to you. Nope, I think muted.
That's 15.
Yep.
15, 20, 25.
You can see it.
I
Isn't
can
it
see it.
pretty?
That's. I'll go one more. Why not? I guess I might hit it with Toll the Dead. Let's see what happens. Yes, it is.
A wisdom
16
saving
saving
throw.
throw for 19 or half that. I guess 9. Right? 9 or 19.
Does have advantage.
Oh, I just barely
17.
made it.
Dang.
It's going to be 9 points of necrotic. Doesn't seem to do as well with the necrotic damage. Sorry, let me phrase it again. Less damage was done by necrotic damage.
Gotcha.
Montgomery, anything
Noted.
else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, it
It's that
turns
motherfucker.
and burrows through the walls once more.
No!
I'm not living for this hurt a lot, boys.
Duren.
Yeah, who rolled the 4 that got this?
This isn't a.
So this
isn't
is
the
not a
4.
random. So this was the boss monster. You just woke it up early.
I rolled a 5, so
Yes,
I know
well-
it was me. It
I
was
know it's
me.
you. I like it's you, man. It's you.
We can
Duren,
see
back
it
over
right
to
on
you.
The turn list.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go in here. Oh, there's another door in here. I tell Fortune, who can decide to tell everyone else.
Sure.
Watch your step, Duren. There's something on the floor there.
It's just balsamic vinegar.
It is just balsamic vinegar.
Indeed.
So is this like before? Is this actually a door, or like it's a wall that would need to?
It looks like a wall that with a good bit of effort you could open back up again.
Can I burn the shit out of it instead of hitting it?
You could try and burn the shit out of it.
Cool. So, I need to roll this with disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Does an 18 hit a wall?
hits the wall. However, unlike the acid
Oh.
damage, which caused it to kind of melt away and open up, the fire damage just scorches it a bit.
Well, I tried, everyone.
And you did an amazing job.
Yeah, great. It's a great lesson to learn.
I guess that's my turn. 'Cause I
Telovere.
can't see it.
All right, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I saw that it moved through the wall there. Did I see it move through the wall, or is it like burrowed underneath?
It is actively moving as we speak. You see it duck back down through another wall at the end of Duren's turn. Or sorry,
Oh, lovely.
Fortune does. Telovere, you maybe are aware of it based on Fortune going "Ang, ang, ang."
Literally the exact sound I have in my head. So
Okay.
that's
All
definitely what happened. Yeah.
Then Telovere, seeing that it's close enough to be within spitting distance, is going to move out of spitting distance. And he's taking his minions with him.
All I saw was your mini map go just right off the screen so fast, and that's how fast I pictured it happen.
I have 22 hit points. My ass is staying away from this thing.
He's also moving at 5 times his intelligence feet per round when he remembers he's
forgot.
allowed to do that.
Oh, that's
I
right.
did forget about that.
I've
But that's
been
all right.
moving less.
Forgot where it can do that.
So-
I can move more.
I've been
So
moving less distance than I can.
So- you're forgetting that you can fly and you're walking your normal speed, but I would say with Telovere having launched himself across the map, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we can fly."
I actually, can I hover? Can I hover and move?
You can hover and move.
Okay. Then I'm hovering. As are my minotaurs.
Okay. Your minotaurs are trying real hard to hover. Like,
That's okay. They may not be the brightest bulbs, but I think they can stand on air for a little bit.
Sounds good. Fortune, back to you.
Does the ground that it moved through look kind of similar to where you could, in theory, follow after it, or is it already kind of closed up?
It looks as though there's a hole there at the moment. So it's closing, but it's not
Yeah.
gone yet. I don't think anyone so far has been brave enough to try.
Try fisting their way through it.
Yeah, Fortune will dive in.
Oh!
I don't like that. I did not like that reaction at all.
Look, so I had that same what did you just say when you did this to the dreadnought. And you're like, I'm going in. Fortune, you go heading over. You get to it.
So he is prepared to essentially teleport out away if it immediately looks like, no, this is not going to possibly work. But he's going to try and peek in and see if he can see anything going on or not.
Okay. So give me a strength athletics check. You would like to see a 13 or better.
All right. That's why I took proficiency in athletics.
Okay. A 15 is better
He
than
literally
a
rolled a
13.
13.
So you can follow, but you realize that it's going to continue closing behind you. So it's a matter of getting in, and then it's just going to kind of squirt you along the tunnel.
A birth of a feline comes soon.
Okay. So the quick question is, do I see the creature and do I tell that it sees me immediately in the hole? Like in that moment where I poke my head in the hole,
You are
do we
coming
make
up.
eye contact?
You are coming up behind it. So you are chasing it. You are chasing its tail down this tunnel.
Oh my goodness.
So are you going in? You've got your hands there. You can feel it. You've got the grip. You could dive, or you could let go.
I would throw a psychic dagger after it and let myself kind of fall back to where I was. So essentially, even if it has to be a disadvantage, I will take a bonus action, throw a dagger at it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of fleeing away.
Yep.
Okay.
Get a dagger off. Go ahead and give me a dagger attack.
That's with strength, so that doesn't make any sense. But so it would be a 24 because I don't know why I clicked on the strength.
24 hits.
Okay. There's no one around it, so the sneak attack, unless I'm surprising it.
No surprise, it has tremor sense. It knows where you are.
Yeah.
Aha, I was right.
Had a feeling.
It's kind of annoying, but I guess. How do I get?
Is it only 2?
Strength. Hold on. That was only strength. There we go.
Okay, 9.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Then kind of pop back out. But now I have an idea, but I wasn't willing to commit to it in that exact moment.
Sounds fair. Las-Dal.
Then just I've not used my action. I'm saving my action as essentially holding it for him to pop out and to teleport away so I don't get grappled.
Sounds good. Las-Dal, what are you up to?
Seeing Telovere come flying this way, and I can fly, so I'm gonna go up 10 feet in the air.
Okay.
And then I'm going to maneuver my way back to here, and I'm just looking for it, and I'm gonna hold a vicious mockery for when it comes back out.
Okay. Vicious mockery held.
Actually, no. I'm gonna hold. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hold Phantasmal Force.
Gotcha. Loktar.
No way to determine its location at this point, huh?
I mean, Fortune probably said we saw it here, but that doesn't tell you where it is. Just that it's somewhere in these walls.
Yeah, at this point, I'm assuming it's got to be behind the door that is in front of me. You can't see that.
I feel like literally you're all like, it's right where I'm pointing. Like,
it's literally right there.
Oh.
It's the only place that's still black. We have not gone in yet. Gotta be in there.
Are you saying that type of thing? I mean, not that exactly, but I mean, are you calling me over there? Because I don't. Otherwise,
gotta be in there. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to trek over the balsamic vinegar. But
float over then. Yeah, so there, and then start striking at that. Do I see that? I mean, that's a thing.
Oh,
Or
yep,
is
yep,
that
yep. That's just like a big
okay?
clot of blood and meat that's kind of turned stony. But
And
as
it's
you
burnt.
and it's a little scorched, as you float over that oil,
Oh,
Oh, God, now what?
it's
Just
Balsamic
slow.
vinaigrette is vicious.
It's drawn towards you.
Did you float over it,
He
or did you
floated
Yeah.
walk?
over it, but it's
But
drawn towards him. He got too close. And this time, it's 14 points
no.
of force damage that you take
Ooh.
as the blood of the dead god Havok starts just sort of clinging to you in little bits, and where it is, you can just feel it like shaking its way into you.
Bro, we should have called this Caesar dressing because it's stabbing him.
E2 Brute.
That was really good. And does he have any inkling? I mean, I know you described it as such, but does he have an inkling that that is what's happening there? That might be the energy of the god itself?
You think it's balsamic vinegar, is I think what Duren has told you, and this is the apparently what balsamic vinegar does.
All right.
Messed up
All
vinegar,
right.
man.
In that case, attacking the door. And,
Sure.
the sound cut out for me earlier. You were saying something about fire didn't open the thing, but something else did. Was that acid?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was okay. So then switching back to acid. Then in that case,
Switching
I'll
back to
try
acid. Is that a
crush
bonus
this door.
action, or is that just a thing that happens?
Bonus action.
Okay, bonus action back to acid, and then can I get
Yeah.
an attack roll?
Okay.
You want to hit the wall.
I guess disadvantage. I guess.
Okay, so
Yeah, because if it's on the other side, you don't want to be let Nick get advantage on you, because it's gonna eat your ass up.
a 14 will hit the door,
All right.
and it will
Yes.
There it
reveal.
is.
The creature is here. And then try to hit him with the second attack. Three. Right. Another missed crit.
Another miscrit, but a 21 does hit, and we'll do 13 points of now acidy damage. Loktar, anything else?
Creature, you were meant to represent this god. Was he a coward? Stand your ground.
I mean, you're
That's just
right
awkward.
there. So it does come
I'm just-
forward. It's
Oh,
gonna lead
shit.
off with the claw. Standard attacks now. 20 for 23 slashing,
Ouch.
followed up
At least it's halved.
a
Green
14.
poison.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
A 14 misses.
So it is
Wow.
possible for him to miss.
It is possible for him to miss.
It rolled a 2.
It rolled a 2.
That's what we need.
And let's just check over here. Rewards request queue. Nope. Nobody bought the DM any rerolls.
Oh, sorry.
Aww.
Hold on, let me buy one real quick.
Aww.
You're not allowed. You can't buy them for your own stream.
Montgomery, though, what do we got?
Well, let's. I guess I need to move so I see if I can see this thing. 20, 25. I don't want to get near the salad dressing.
Dangerous salad dressing.
All right, I'm going to click here. Use my last 5th level spell. I'm going to hit it with synaptic static again. Let's see what happens.
Okie dokie. DC 16, that was an intelligence saving throw. It does have advantage.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
The little victories.
Man, what is this?
It needed a crit to get past it.
Absolutely needed the crit. But still 14 points of damage, I think.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I think we were forgetting to
And-
take the D6 away from it this whole time.
Oh yeah, we forgot he was fuddled, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
previous.
Before.
that was before
Is he-
a minute had passed as you were prepping to get in here.
Okay. All right.
Montgomery, anything else?
No, that's it.
Loktar,
Sure, I
at the
don't
end of
have any.
Montgomery's turn, he will move, squeeze back through the wall, and come say hey to Fortune.
I'm about done with this shit.
Duren.
I just want to kill something.
See, Duren, what you got to do, you just got to roll a 24 for initiative like all the other players did.
Come on, man.
Or at least a 17.
Or at least a
1, 2,
17.
3,
Uh,
4,
Wasn't
5.
expecting to come back to that.
Okay, so I'm gonna Misty Step here,
Okay.
and then 1, 2. Oh wait, I get 40. So 1, 2, 3,
Wait, where are you trying to head?
4. I want to go here, over here. I want to go over here. Is that
Okay.
possible for me to get
So,
in
so
here?
from here, you're looking at the
Yeah.
disappearing hole where the creature had gone through. I need a DC
Okay.
13 strength athletics check to make it through the hole.
Fortune favors the brave.
26 is fine. You managed to squirt yourself through
Wait, do
that
I
hole.
get disadvantage on that? No, not skill check.
Nope,
just
not a skill
attack.
check. Whoop! You are popped through the hole. Probably even used up about 10 feet of movement.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, I did move like.
Oh, sorry, 10
20
more
to
feet of
get
movement.
there.
Yeah, 10 once you got there.
Okay.
Hey.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna boom and blade his ass.
Do it.
Oh.
It's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that's a great one.
Run from me, bitch.
All right, let's see it.
Oh my gosh. So
It will have disadvantage.
oh shit. Hold on. Let me.
Yep, sorry, so give me one more die.
So I got a
Oh.
15 to hit him.
15 will hit.
So he's gonna take 20 damage now. Oh wait. 28 damage now, and 9 if he moves.
28 damage now. All of it is magical, some of it is thunder, some of it is radiant. Okay. And 9 pending damage. Got it. Duren, anything else? I think
I
that's,
used up all my stuff, so I'm
that's
good.
all the stuff. Telovere.
All right.
Run!
No, fuck that. He's moving back one. I'm moving right here. I
Okay.
can see it.
You can see it.
All right, I'm hitting him with a level 5 blight, so I need a Constitution 15 saving throw
Wait.
from it.
Level 5 blight.
Is blight
Constitution.
necrotic?
Yes, it is.
He has advantage.
And he's
22.
resistant to it.
That's fine. He will make that. He still takes half damage.
And he's resistant to it.
That's fine.
Still
Oh,
a lot of
shit!
hit
Nice
points.
damage, though.
So that is 22 down to 11, unfortunately.
I'll take what I can get.
But that's still 11. Telovere, anything else?
Yes, I am then going to probably do this and move my Minotaur back where it was. And there we go. That's my turn.
Defensive
Capsule
formation.
back there.
Listen, I'm squishy.
Fortune.
Okay, so I apologize. I was up at the moment that this thing popped out of here because I
Yep.
did not expect it to do so. But it's in front of me.
It's in front of you. It did not have an attack yet, and I think that's what you said your trigger was the attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it tried to bite me and swallow me, I was going to teleport away before I get sucked into its stomach.
Has not done that thing yet.
But it is right in front of me, and Duren is right next to it. So I will gladly take that. You know what? We'll steady aim. So I will stand still and just take a advantage bonus action. Try to stab.
Let's see it. 27's a solid
So
hit.
close, but still. And that will get sneak attack this time.
Show me 19. You showed
26.
me 26. Congratulations. As you strike your dagger in, it starts to fall. The booming blade triggers. It gets a little bit of a rattling on top of that. Eventually, the whole beastie collapses and starts to sort of shred away. Its muscles
You mean my
parting.
booming blade doesn't make it like explode from the thunder damage?
I said it shook it up a good bit. But inside the beastie, you are able to recover the remains of 2 of the crew member and the rod piece that you needed.
Can I tell how it digested them essentially?
Sure.
Like, is there any clue to that?
Sure. Give me either a nature or an arcana.
We will do nature.
And we'll drop
18
another
good
20.
enough?
18 is enough that you realize that there's nothing natural about the organs of this creature. It doesn't have a stomach. It doesn't have intestines. There's nothing in there. It's just all raw muscle. So it must be doing something magical within it.
If you don't mind, I would like to use one of my psychic die to try and glean more information. Like, kind of use the psychic energy to read more about what's here, just to see if I can figure it out, because I'm very curious. That is a D10 right now. It's going to say Psychic Whispers, but that's just because it's the closest one.
Sure.
So 25 total.
Take that up to 25. You've seen effects like what have happened to the bodies inside before, very similar to when Telovere hits things with a blight. So it is inflicting some form of necrotic damage within its own body on top of the poison that it has to draw the life force out of whatever's inside it, even as it's crushing it and killing it. So it's not digesting so much as it is ripping the life force away from whatever it has within it.
Very cool. It's dead. I will definitely tell everyone who can't see that it's dead while Duren and I stand over its body. Duren cut this thing's head off almost. You should have seen it. It almost exploded all over us back here.
It did. All
also,
right.
There's 2 dead crew members.
And just a quick heads up. Loktar, at the start of your turn, you will take 14 points of force damage because you're standing over the blood. I recommend not standing over the blood at the start of your next turn.
Wait, are we still in?
You're not really still in combat, but he didn't have an opportunity to move away from it before it would have zipped him.
And Fortune forgot to tell them we have the rod, so you don't know for a split for an extra second there. You don't use. Oh, it's dead. Great. Oh, we also have the rod. Okay.
Who thinks can be true?
Go to Loktar. What type of weapon do you like to use, Loktar?
I prefer something with reach.
Something with reach.
Or a spear of some sort.
So maybe
right now I could use a steak knife.
How about these spines? Everyone hungry?
Do you wish to partake as well, Fortune?
No, don't eat the body.
We're eating the heart.
We're not eating the heart either.
That's what Loktar's doing. You wanted to record it.
Yes, but that was before I realized what a magnificent specimen this creature is.
So you should eat it before it gets resurrected.
I do not recommend the salad dressing.
What?
Balsamic.
DM, I'm gonna go to an area of the heart that's rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stone shape a halberd style weapon out of that.
You can
rock.
make stuff.
If it lets me.
Throw stone shape's description. I don't remember what that allows.
It does say weapon.
To be fair, it wouldn't count as a magic weapon, right? It would just be a stone halberd.
It would be a stone weapon.
Shock into a weapon. Idle. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah.
What? That's cool, man.
That all seems fairsy to me.
I would not expect it to be a magic weapon. I asked him if he would like something.
So
from a stone.
here's what I'll throw for you.
It's from the bones of Havok.
If you would like to put some oomph into this, if you are willing to risk a DC 18 Arcana, it will do force damage. Or if it's less than that on the roll, you can't make it work.
All right. I like
cool as
that.
hell.
All right, DC 18 Arcana as you try and get enough of the living tissue and blood that causes that force damage from Havok into this weapon.
Can you
21.
get under a 21? Because you
I
have
have a plus 12.
Is
so
a plus
well, you
12.
have jack of all trades,
man.
reliable talent.
No, I don't have reliable talent like Rogue does.
Okay, that's only me. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So,
Sorry.
you're able to fashion this halberd out of stone because of the blood of Havok. It does not count as a magical weapon, but it does do force damage rather than bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, etc., being made from astral beings.
You may want to
Also,
get used to the weight of it. Balance
Also,
of it.
I noticed that you can have 2 hinges. Does that mean that you made him like a halberd that's like one of those like staves that can fold into multiple?
Oh, that is cool as hell.
I don't think Lokar's probably proficient in that.
I feel like Duren is like sitting there advising, like you really want to make sure that it's a collapsible halberd.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this halberd to be given back to the wizards whose stuff you destroyed. You're gonna show up and they're gonna be like, "Ah, yes, your first installment."
I do want to cut off some of the spines from this creature just to take.
Sure.
Because whether or not they actually do anything, I don't know, but they seem cool and they had an effect here at least as part of the creature.
Absolutely.
So-
Give me a quick. That'll be a survival check for harvesting. Quick survival check.
Hell yeah.
Las-Dal.
Las-Dal, you humble me with this gift. Thank you, my friend.
Could you perhaps make some sort of like stone container of sorts?
Let's see. 1 second. I still have a few capabilities to. I don't know if I'll be able to do it with this body, but I might be able to do it with regular stone.
Well, that would be fine. Just something that I believe keeping the broad pieces in some sort of container would be useful.
That does sound like a good idea.
A backpack isn't good enough.
You may forgive me, but I'd rather not put all of our rod pieces in one backpack that could easily be torn open and stolen. I find that a stone coffer would probably be the better option.
Can we just give them to the wizards as we get them?
No, because we need them, remember, to access the other areas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You do
So
need
what
at
else
least
does it
at
do?
least the
Sorry,
most
I only
recent one.
I only got 8 intelligence.
It's okay. We know.
Fortune, you're
Does
able to.
anyone have-
Good.
Does anyone have need of this body's intactness?
I prefer it chewed.
Oh my gosh, are you gonna take its bones?
Does it have bones?
Does not have bones.
I don't need its bones.
All muscle.
but-
Even the splines that you take out, Fortune, is a muscle material, just a very dense one.
So is that a no?
Do what you want.
Oh, lovely. Minivere, Telatar, chop its head off. I imagine it takes a little bit to get through it since it's resistant to non-magical weapons.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, it
Lovely.
separates.
I think Loktar might at some point bring the people he thinks are smart. Let's see, Montgomery, Las-Dal, Telovere. Basically, everybody. He thinks you guys are all smart, and direct you to that pool of black liquid just to see what others think of it, and warning them not to get too close. They're just curious what it might be.
We already
Yeah.
know what it is.
Well, I
That's
just
black blood of the earth.
Or why salad dressing in this atmosphere has such an effect.
Salad dressing. Who told you it was salad dressing?
Duren seemed quite certain it is.
Balsamic vinegar.
And you listen to Duren.
I'll take one of the spines and like dip it in there and just try to pull a little bit out for it to put in a
Are you
vial
gonna
or
eat
something.
it?
Do not get too close.
No, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna try and put it like in a vial or something that maybe Telovere or Montgomery can study it later, possibly for any interest.
Sure. Give me a DC 15 Arcana or a DC 15 Nature as you're effectively harvesting poison. Effectively.
Ooh,
On the nose. Like you go to drip it into the bottle and it like starts to move to your hand and you are just quick enough to go like this so that it doesn't get on you. It is
I probably shove the
drawn
whole
to you.
spine with it in there, so it's all like on a toothpick essentially.
Mm-hmm.
A poison that does force damage?
Or the
don't
blood of a
necessarily-
god that does force
don't-
damage.
I don't think this is poison.
Whatever it is, it's.
Is it?
Could
Is
I-
it
He just
sentient?
said poison.
Could I roll an Arcana?
Sure.
To see if I recognize it. Judging by the fact that I don't actually believe that this is balsamic vinaigrette.
I mean,
You don't.
why
Yeah,
not?
What do
shockingly.
you mean you don't?
Apparently you've never had a good balsamic.
Apparently, it is balsamic vinaigrette to me. This is the weirdest looking balsamic vinaigrette I've ever seen in my life.
It's because it's not in the bottle you can shake. It's probably separated or something. That's what it looks like.
Very odd. Oh well. But I suppose that begs the question: why did the Hurtlod have just a pool of balsamic vinaigrette? Did it dip its victims in this?
Yeah.
Well, it looked like its body had drained life from things with necrotic energy, including its poison that it has. I don't know that it used this for that. I'm pretty sure this isn't balsamic. Like I know it smells
I'm
quite
the expert.
different.
I'm the expert here on
You're
magical
right.
things. This
You're
is
right.
balsamic dressing.
I mean, Fortune, do you want to try an Arcana? I'm sure you can crit fail too.
I mean, I guess I might. No, Fortune's going to be rest assured that he knows it's not balsamic, but he's not going to argue with Telovere because Telovere does know more about magic.
Fair enough.
He'll just you're right, and put it away in his bags.
You know, it'd be funnier as if the god of chaos actually did have balsamic vinaigrette blood.
That'd be pretty chaotic.
In his heart.
It's just.
Anyway, now that we've sufficiently slain the beastie and taken the rod pod, can we go home now?
Yes, please.
We have an entourage to escort as well, so
You do have
we
an
actually
entourage.
doing that?
That's true.
why wouldn't we? They've
Oh,
been here.
I thought we were just telling them that to get their support.
Well, also think if there's any of those fish around, they'll go for them because there'll be a bigger.
Oh, that's
less-
very true.
So
Good thinking, Fortune. I'm glad you're being sufficiently cutthroat now.
yeah, most likely they all get out alive. But if not, they are. A few of them serve as a decoy as well. It's a win-win for us.
You know what? You have a point, my friend. I do like this line of thought. Let's do it. I'll help guide out our innocent victim. I mean, the innocent castaways.
You are muted, Casey, for some
Nope.
reason.
No,
You didn't
I
hear
was
anything.
just mouthing along to the innocent castaways, just enjoying the feel of it. And so, I believe what I'm hearing is the party is getting ready to make the break back for the silvery portal, which will return them to Sigil. They've got the crew that will be going along with them, and it's going to be a little bit of a good.
I'd like to ask Trent Redbug or Treant Redbug if Redbug, yes,
Redbud.
if Redbud, if he would like us to somehow bring him along as well, or if he's fine just staying here.
Oh,
He's helped us enough. He deserves at least an option to try and get out of here.
I think he would accept your offer since everybody's trying to get away. You're going to have to do a little bit of work to break basically the piece of the lifeboat that he has grown into free, and then work that out. And what I'll say to kind of summarize up what's going to happen is let's have each of the party members roll a d20.
Oh,
Anybody who crit fails, so whoever rolls a 1, has to give me a complication that happens for whatever they're going to be in charge
hell
of. So anybody who crit fails will complicate life.
I genuinely wanted to crit fail there so bad.
Whoa!
Before I left that area, I was gonna get some of that black goo as well in a vial.
Sure. Just give me a quick nature or arcana check, and don't roll low.
Are you getting some balsamic vinaigrette? Would you grab me some?
A little balsamic.
You
I
have
have a-
minotaurs.
I have a decent. I got a decent.
Oh, yeah, you're
vial
fine.
that I'm grabbing some. So
You're good. You're good. All right. So I don't think I saw any ones. Has everybody given me the d20? That might have been the
Yeah,
last
I
of them
just
there.
did.
All right. So,
Where's Loktar's? He only wrote a D4.
I rolled it above the
He
7.
was doing a guidance.
The D4 was guidance to help Las-Dal.
So it's
yeah.
not all roses here. I mean, close calls happened with the group that Montgomery was escorting, but everybody does make it to the portal. I do need to ask a question. You know that if all 6 of you pass through the portal closes. So one of you has to be the last one through the portal.
Fortune will do it.
No.
Las-Dal and Fortune are hanging out towards the end?
Yeah, I'll stay with Las-Dal while we wait.
Las-Dal is pretty quick, so I can. I'll make sure everyone gets out.
Okay.
I would just like to say that I ran my ass in first.
I was about to say I was first. In that case, I'll be
Over this
second.
place.
You guys were like charging together.
Do we grab more gems and stuff? Like, do we say, "Hey, everyone, grab some whatever gems you can on the way back too, just to
So
maximize profit"?
We've maximized profit. We've done everything we can on the exit procedure here. So we have one last roll to say, hey, is there a last random encounter as Las-Dal and Fortune are hanging out there in the Astral Sea? One moment as I double check my random encounter table.
Can someone buy one, or is this?
No. This is each time you cross the open air, there's a chance of a random encounter, and at this point,
right now would be the meanest time for somebody to buy that.
At this point, it is a 10% chance. So you can either roll a d10 and get a 1, or roll a d20 and get a 1 or a 2. Whoever would like to roll it. 10% chance with the current situation of the wandering monster
one of the
encounter.
guys, left behind should roll it.
Yep. Las-Dal, Fortune,
yeah,
who's doing it?
Do you have a preference, Las-Dal?
Go for it.
All right.
All right.
I rolled the 5.
You can do a D100. You can do a D100. Numbers 1 through 10 would get you in trouble on a D100.
That's a lot of numbers.
I rolled the 5 the other day. So
Hey!
There you go.
All clear. You can see off in the distance the body of Havok is swarmed. There's the scavers going through like sharks. Anglerfish have come over to lure the little ones away. Star guppies are picking away at things. The bulk of that dreadnought is being shredded. All sorts of things going on. And the body of Havok, as you look back on it, just gets a little grayer and grayer as you go, because you know something inside that was keeping that little bit of chaos alive is now gone. It'll still be eons before the memories of Havok fade. What do you care? You're back in Sigil, and you've got an angry 3 wizards waiting for you. So
They're not angry at all of us.
they're not angry at all of you. Some of them are just a little.
We did come in with what, 30 people or so?
You did
Or-
just pile in with basically a rowdy bunch of not quite pirates. But That's what's to be expected
Not
here.
quite.
Not quite pirates.
We're also holding a trend. Like, hey, we got a tree with us.
We brought you a tree. So we'll bring us back to the Sigil Sanctum here. At the moment, Mordenkainen is out and about. And we'll get that adjusted here. Lady Illustrial Silverhand is down and keeping an eye on things. She still looks quite exhausted, but she's sort of ushering people out of her house after making a little bit sure that they're okay getting underway in Sigil, that they kind of have what they need. But she just looks like,
She's still crying.
going? This is. Ooh. So just kind of, welcome to Sigil. If there's anything you need, we'll be happy to try and help. But and they're like, most of the crew's like, no, we got it. We know Sigil. We're no Burks. And they're on and out from there. But for the 6 of you, what are you all doing and saying as you show back up through the portal?
Do you have a place, like a potted plant big enough for this tree? If you would like the company of Mr. Trent Redbud, he's a wonderful, wonderful host, or wonderful guest, I guess.
And Redbud sort of like introduces himself, and she's just sort of gestures over to like the garden.
If you want, I can take him somewhere else. I'd be happy to help him find a home here in Sigil. Surely there's somewhere a Trent belongs in the city.
No, it's fine. Please make yourself comfortable.
Fortune will go plant Redbud.
So Redbud will take residence in this Sigil Sanctum garden for at least a short time. For the rest of the crew,
or are we carrying him? I was going to picture him, Bugbear holding him.
No, I mean, you basically you came through with like him with pieces of rowboat that he had grown down through. So you're now moving him over to like a nicer place, and he's like, "Oh, this is nice," and he's sinking his roots down into it. As you all come through, you can see that the portal is closed. It then reopens, and you can feel a little tug from whoever is carrying the second of the staff pieces to go back through the portal.
I guess that's Fortune, because we were there when we killed it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I have it for now.
So Fortune, you have some familiarity with the planes at this point. I think you did a little tour of Sigil and picked up a little bit of information. So you've probably heard the word Eberron before. And so a little bit of conversation and research. Lady Illustrial will sort of fill you in and give you a chance to kind of look into it. Eberron's an odd place. Their magic is, I suppose, advanced in a way that is not often seen in the plains. They have many creations similar to automatons, but their land has been racked by terrible wars. Certainly prepare yourselves before going through, and I think perhaps for the first time, you look as much in need of rest as I do. So we'll have some tea and some breakfast. We've cleaned up the glitter, and we can carry on from there. Is there any further news? You've done quite well, better than I suppose I could have expected. The price has been dear, but well done. I don't wish to downplay my thanks for some of the things you've done.
None of us would blame you. You're fully within your right. Sorry, Las-Dal.
Starts packing that dirt nice and tight around Redbud's roots.
Redbud's like, oh yes.
as part of an apology, I'm gonna pull the bottle of God blood and set it in front of her. I'm not sure what you can get for this, but we found this came from the heart of Havok.
And she sort of picks up the bottle and looks at it. And as she holds it up in front of you, and you're kind of like noticing that when you set it down, it's now empty.
Oh,
Oh,
is the same for the spine, or do we still have the spines from the hurdlewood?
So the Hurtolod's spines are still intact, as is Loktar's halberd, but the blood is no longer there. And she says, "What was in here?"
it's a black liquid.
Balsamic.
Assuming
It's balsamic vinegar.
She says, "Well, a thoughtful gift, a bit odd to bring back from the astral sea, but it
What
seems
is
to
very
have
drink
aged?
it seems to have
I did
spilled."
not drink it.
And perhaps sometime later, as you are studying such things, in the astral sea, many things are created of thought. And in this case, the blood was pure force given form. As soon as it left the astral sea, it turned back into force. Thankfully, there wasn't enough of it to explode the bottle on you, but it was under pressure when you opened the lid. But
So kind of like a fart out of the tube then that you had.
yeah,
You just essentially pulled a whoopee cushion in front of Illustrial.
yeah, you just gave her a little bit of Tupperware. It gave it burp.
tracks.
Tracks. Now,
So you're talking about magic being different in Eberron. Is our magic going to be different, or there's just other kinds of different magic that we're not used to? I'm not quite sure what you meant.
I've not visited there myself, but as the wars were fought, great deals of arcane energy were unleashed from both sides, and it did affect the realm. You may be familiar with areas afflicted by the spell plague or wild magic. Those are certainly things that can be found on Eberron. So have a care with your magic. Beyond that, perhaps some study in the library could tip you off. I'm still having a little bit of trouble reading myself at the moment, but you're welcome to the libraries for a bit of research, and we'll be able to do some history.
Thank you.
Do some history checks for that. But if you've seen any of the Warforged, the automaton-looking men and women about Sigil, most of them came from Eberron. Not the little ones. The little ones are Modrons. Taller, more human-looking.
Well,
I've never met one.
I've met a
I
couple.
haven't
They're
either.
lovely.
Where did you see some, Telovere? They've been visiting Neverwinter?
Oh, they help run the little. I suppose I rent from them nearby. The little warehouse that I do some of my work from.
Huh?
And actually, on that note, if none of you need me, I have some business to do over there. I'll be back possibly in a couple hours. Don't come looking for me.
Do you
And if
need a
anyone
hand with
asks,
anything?
no, and if anyone asks where I was, I am in bed drinking tea.
So when you say that, Fortune is just thinking, I kind of want to follow him now. Before I didn't. Before I was totally okay to letting him go, but then he said a weird lie of in bed drinking tea. That does not make sense.
You see, I'm DMing you what I'm thinking. just so
Okay.
so you have an idea on where I'm going with this.
I'll catch up on that one. So what we'll do is we're going to end a little early tonight because I get to say a couple of things. One is congratulations, everybody. Please go ahead and level their characters up. Another one is we will be picking back up with Eberron, so I will be doing a little bit of lore sharing based on some history checks that we'll ask everybody to do. You will have a few days of recovery and rest time in Sigil and places beyond, as you do currently have the favor enough of the lady that they will get you transported where you need to go. The lady being the Lady of Pain, she will allow you to leave Sigil. Right now, Lustriel can't still cast spells, recovering from a wish, and her portal is currently locked on the next location in Eberron. So you'll have a little bit of time to do some checking out there. The party, if you were not keeping track, I'm going to round off to the 20,000 gold pieces worth of gems as the loot acquired. You also had your 2 magic items. I'm not sure who held onto those, the adamantine cube and the rod of something or other that makes people do what you say.
I grabbed the rod.
Okay.
I was gonna say I think Las-Dal claimed the rod, and I'll claim the cube if no one else wants it.
Sure. So from there, we'll take a day or two's worth of downtime and scrambling around. Ask you to shoot me over some notes. Anybody know anything that they want to do right away that is not going to be secretive or otherwise shady? All secretive, otherwise shady things will be revealed at a later date because we do open secrets at the table. But we'll have those surprises for next one otherwise.
I do have a question about the leveling.
Sure.
Because Fortune has been piqued by Telovere's weird kind of lie. At 13th level,
Yay.
Fortune gains the ability to use his psychic energy to turn invisible.
Oh.
And if he is level 13 at this moment, he would like to turn invisible and follow Telovere.
Okay.
I will reveal what I'm doing to the party once we're off of stream and it's ended. I'm trying to save a little bit of surprise for the viewers.
Yep. Sounds good.
That sounds good to me.
We'll figure that one out and we'll go from there. Montgomery, Las-Dal, Duren, Loktar, anything you want to holler out before we start wrapping up?
I'm gonna do some shopping. Get some healing potions.
Yeah, we'll definitely do town stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. The markets of
Cool,
Sigil
so-
are open to you.
Is there any way to travel back to our plane, or no? We're
Yes.
stuck here.
You can travel back to your plane. Currently, you have not offended the Lady of Pain, so you can find a portal and go back to your location reasonably easily with the funds available to you.
How much would that cost?
In the 25 and 50 gold pieces range for y'all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Yeah, that's Montgomery's gonna want to go back home.
Sure, can do.
Gotta see that wife.
Exactly.
Gotta see that
Gotta
wife.
pay up.
That's it.
He's a little uneasy from the augury.
There's some stuff going on. Cool. So, thanks everybody for playing. Enjoy the level up. We'll be coming back next week. What we'll be doing off screen is taking care of any of the basic prep work, doing a bunch of lore dumps kind of shares, and then, unless something surprises me, we'll be kind of heading back through the portal, heading towards the Mournlands in Eberron. You're getting thrown right into the thick of it, the war-torn earth of the big magical battles. So
To the thick of it.
right in there again. Weird how this keeps happening to y'all. Congratulations though, good fight on the Hurtloid. I hope you guys had fun with its gimmick and play. Duren, sorry that it managed to get away from you all the time. You just happened to be the one going
Okay,
one
I got
after it.
it.
You did
I
get
got
it in
it.
the end.
I was just like, I'm a booming blade this guy.
You got it.
Very cool
And
choice.
he just
I
kept
think
running.
this was Lotar's first battle where he didn't go down.
You tried though. You kept being right in front of it. I'm like, I'm gonna go after one of the squishy ones, and then Loktar's like right there, and I'm like, well, it's gonna bite Loktar. But
You didn't reckless the first turn though, and that probably made the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
good calls all around. All right, awesome. Thanks, everybody. We'll hop off and we will head over for a raid. Thanks, everybody who's been hanging out and for visiting as we go. We've been 20 sides to every story. If you like what we do, come hang out in the Discord. Talk to y'all later.
Take it easy, y'all.
Oh, the hearts. Ba-dum-bum.